December, it is a Monday. Arguably, this is the start of the new year. I've taken a week off of training because this year's been stupidly busy and I've wanted a week off. I still do a lot of in-person PT, unlike a lot of online coaches, so my social battery gets depleted. So yeah, had a week off. It was fucking fantastic. I didn't do anything. I didn't stick to a meal plan. I've lost like 4 or 5 kilo from not eating. Played a lot of Xbox, eating a lot of cheese, crackers and sweets. But alas, it's time to get back to it. I'm still feeling that kind of lackadaisiness, chilled feeling, chilled vibe, because it's still kind of the festive period. But being Hogmanay in 2 days. 2 days, Wednesday, whenever. But a week off the gym's more than enough that I needed. So I am in for legs with Big Mike. It's also early in the morning because I got shit to do later on. Barely eaten, so today I'm probably going to get a very good pump, but I'm going to feel weak as fuck. But yeah, this time of year, like, it's normal to take time off, it's normal to feel burnt out, it's normal to eat off plan, because it's that time of year. But you still got to get back in the gym and do what you need to do to get done. For example, me and the missus cleared out the garage yesterday, so now the garage is tip-top shape for me to do cardio, mobility, and use the cold plunge, and use the at-home sauna we have, and everything else like that. So, very ready to get into the nitty-gritty of the new year. So far we've done 3 sets of calves. I forgot to do adductor after calf, so we'll be doing that before we do hack squat. So 3 sets of calves on the toe press, the vertical. Been doing that for maybe like 6 weeks now, and it just feels fantastic. It forces you into a stretch that's far, far superior than anything else we have access in the gym. And one of the biggest thing I like about it is it's heavy. So I can do my sets with like 2 plates a side rather than having to go to like in a leg press. I'm getting up to 6-7 plates a side. The seated calf raise, I've been up to 6 25s. So it's as much as it's fun when I just want to come in, bang calves out quick, get into the rest of it. I'm there for like 5-10 minutes warming up to my top sets. And then from there, obviously we're meant to do adductor, went to seated leg curl, just a normal 2 sets. But the second set we do partials into an iso hold just to really try mint it, because I'm trying to bring my hamstrings up to match my quads and everything else. So more like isometrics and partials and drop sets on the hamstring work kind of across the week, and then the quad work's just quad work. So there's not really any fuckery with my quad sessions. But my hamstrings are screaming, and one thing I've noticed is when it comes to like that type of stuff like the partials and isos and drop sets, Mike blows me out of the water. We can be doing the same weight, I can beat him on some stuff, I can go heavier than him on some stuff, I can do more reps, but when it comes to the reps he gets the partials or the iso holds, specifically the iso holds, like I tap out at 10 seconds and this big fucking freak gets 15 to 25. It's ridiculous. But yeah. So, nearly done, one more time. So, last time I was chatting after a fish was on the seated leg curl, so we've done 2 sets. First set's a normal set, second set's a partials and Daiso. And that's where Mike beat me, the bastard. And then from there we went to line leg curl. We've been using the Cybex Eagle 1 purely because it's heavier, but I also feel like you get a deeper stretch at the bottom, which if you're thinking about why we're doing, I mean I want a good stretch on everything, but if you're thinking why you would be doing a line leg curl, the main reason is the stretch. It's the same thing, there are 2 sets there into a double drop set. And because I was a dumbass, I skipped adductor. We did the pin loaded adductor, which is the other one we've got here. I've been using the plate loaded, but just because Mike had an injury to his adductor and hamstring area, I said we'll use the other one, because with the plate loaded, put your leg out, you're using all 3 heads of the adductor. With the pin loaded, you're only using 2. Arguably the pin loaded is popular, that's what you see in all gyms, but you don't get the same recruitment through all 3 heads. Anyway, that was fucking fantastic. I feel it more like in my upper adductor than another one, so I do probably think I'll just stick with that one. As much as everyone chats shit about the feel and how it's a sensation, I bet if you ask your missus if her feelings are real about you, you'd get a response you don't want to get. So, and then from there, because I've forgotten to chat to the camera. Come on Mike, let's go. We did the seated hack squat banded. So I got 2 new bands, blue ones. They start at 30 kilo resistance, go up to 80. So within that range, we used the seated hack, and it was fucking horrible in the best way possible. So obviously banding it from the bottom, it means at the top where the quad is strongest, it's where you're getting the most amount of tension. Weight plus band equals tension, yeah? You get the most amount of tension, whereas when you come down and you go into knee flexion, it drops off because the band becomes loose, less tense. You go from the most tension to the least tension. You're going from the strongest position to the least strong position. So it matches the strength profile of the muscle to the machine, or the exercise. That was fucking horrible. Like Mike's a strong lad. He can squat 220, and he managed 125 and a 10 a side for his back off set. And for his top set, he managed 2 25s a side, so 50 kilo plus the band, and struggled with 7. When I say struggled, he was shaking like a shitting dog. Just a fucking heavy movement. And then we've just rattled through the zigzag set. So single leg, standing curl, into dumbbell split squat, into the curl, into the leg extension, into the curl again. So like every part of our legs are fried and pumped. But for the penultimate thing for legs, it's kind of what we want. obviously I filmed legs, but I forgot to film the end bit. As it cut off, I accidentally pressed the slow-mo button on my camera, which is very frustrating. Anyway, so I'll do the wrap up now. Sort of fucking good session. Like using those bands now on the seat hack and the leg press is so much better. Like when I often look back to when I feel like my training was always going the best. That's not to say like as of currently it's going the best, because it is, but I'll look back at like, right, when were my legs growing the best, when was my back growing the best, when was my recovery on point, yada yada yada. And often when it comes to legs training, it's when I'm doing the most, like the least volume for quads, but I'm trying to do the hardest things possible that I can. So when I think about it way back, it was when, it was 2 times when I was still with Andy, and I was doing a 4-day split, and my quad work resembled 1 big set in the leg press, 2 sets of leg extensions to warm up, 1 horrible set of the hack squat, the Watson one we've got in flex, but banding it from the bottom, and then a set of walking lunges to finish off, so it's 5 sets. And then the other time was when I was doing like a Patrick Tour SST style split, and again that was back squats, 2 sets, 1 horrible set of banded hack squats, reverse banded hack squats, and then banded leg press, and then 1 set leg extensions, so again 5 sets. So when my legs tend to respond the best, because I can just utterly abuse myself, I can connect very well with my quads, it's when volume's low but also I'm doing things banded, because I do have iffy knees. I've never had a serious issue, knock on wood, but I've ran into issues. So yeah, it's often banding things. So banding the seat hack is doing lovely. The reason I'm not using the normal hack is because I'm trying to get the most knee flexion possible, and I'm trying to actually refrain from just going stupidly heavy and using eagle. So that's kind of where the seat hack comes in. And then banding the Arsenal leg press, same thing. Like I've adjusted the way I've been doing it recently with my feet quite low at the bottom, and then letting my heels lift ever so slightly to get as much depth as I can. But again with that, I'm not trying to necessarily train heavy. I'm just trying to get as much fucking stimulus as I can. So banding it is allowing me to go only up to like 6-7 plates a side at the moment, but it feels like 10. Like on the Arsenal leg press we've got in flex, I've been up to 11 plates a side for like a set of 12, but the other day when I was training my mic, I think I got 7 plates for like 9 reps. It felt like that time I'd done 11, 12 plates, whatever it was. So yeah, and this, I mean, the same thought process is applied across the board now. Again, it's not that I don't think what I'm doing now is the best, or it's the best approach. It's not, and it's not to say that back in the day, or whenever it was, things were running better or smoother, or I was progressing at a quicker rate. It's just, I'll often be like, right, has there been a time I've progressed the singular focal point at a better rate? And if I can't think, yes, there has been, or rather, if it's no, there hasn't been, then I won't mess around with anything. I'll just leave it as is. So for example, like my intro workout nutrition, there's been times where I've been getting like stomach distress, bloating, yada yada yada. Like even when I was using engineered muscles carb powder, I was still getting that bloat. I was still not feeling hungry after training. And you could talk about if that's to do with my central nervous system, I'm kind of going too spazzy and doing too many stupid sets. But even when I've done like my lower volume sessions and like the sessions that aren't big ball busters, I'm still having that impact my appetite. So maybe like a month and a half ago when I ran out of Carbo Tank, I'm sure that's their product, that's what it's called, I just didn't get any in. I've still been using insulin, I've still been doing what I've been doing, but I've just not been taking any intra carbs, and if I feel like I need it, I'll just grab a Powerade from the gym. And that's been working really nice. That's been doing really well. But along with that, I've been looking at like what I'm using intra workout wise, and I started using MPS Max by JP's trained by JP back in the summer, mainly because it's got Pepto Pro in it, and way back when I was like 20, when I was using Pepto Pro and kind of like Essential Aminos were still like kind of, they're coming on the market but they weren't as popular, and everything kind of tasted shit. I would use Pepto Pro because I was like, EAs taste like shit, Pepto Pro tastes like shit, but Pepto Pro, arguably, in my opinion, just completely anecdotally, is better for recovery. So that's kind of why that comes in. But yeah, like don't be afraid to look at what you're doing and think, can this be better? Like a lot of it can come down to consistency and how well you're doing things and how hard you're training and how well you're sticking to your plan. But if you're doing that, don't feel bad to like think, can I do more? Because at the end of the day, that's what every single fucking bodybuilder on the planet is doing. Is they're looking at what they're doing and thinking, can I do more? It doesn't necessarily mean taking more gear, eating more food, doing more in the gym. Just refining it, being more accurate with what you're doing. But anyway, back to the leg session. That's probably like the most volume I'll be doing in a leg day at the moment. I don't see the point in increasing it anytime soon. I may swap out movements here and there. And I may add more like intensifiers, say to the leg press set, or even like a drop set or something to the one that sets in the hack squat. Or I may swap out the seat hack to like the Jim Michael hack or whatever. Just purely because, I mean, we've got so much kit in Flex, I don't see the point in being so like honed in on the few movements. Like I really like the Arsenal leg press, I don't see the point in changing that out. But that seat hack can interchange. Like I'm not that big and fussy on changing things. I do want to get back to squatting, but I don't see the point in adding that anytime soon, with a potential diet and prep coming up, and then Mike prepping soon, so we shall see.